charges, you guys run. I'll hold it back. I'll shoot at it, hold it back until I'm scared. But if this thing charges, I can defend myself. You got it. This was very late at night. Everybody was asleep. And I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified. That's disturbing, yeah.
Multiple layers of spiritual activity.
What is this thing? Something from behind me pushed me all the way to the ground. Hey,
Well, hey there. How's it going?
it's going. How are you doing?
Good. So welcome to All Access Network Television with producer Gwen Johns,
Hey guys.
Hey,
Chad Zumwalt, and Lee Brown.
hey, how you guys doing?
Good. I love
You're
the
good.
sizzler.
Would you like
Everything
the
came
hat?
in
You like the
good.
hat? No.
Oh yeah,
Orange.
you look great. Your little horns are cute there.
Yeah, I thought so.
So you used to do this show before.
I used to what now?
You had this show before, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a show. I was a co-host. So
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. With
So
with with Christina George. You know
yep,
her, don't you? Yeah,
yep. So now we're bringing it all back. That's
that's right.
awesome. Yeah, this is Chad's show, and he's going to be on Monday nights, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. You are in what state?
Oregon.
Oregon. So that
Yeah,
means that he will be about 2 o'clock in Oregon's time. But this will be on All Access Network Television on YouTube, as well as mine, as well as Gwen's. And so this is going to be simulcasted across multiple
okay.
platforms. Right now, I believe that we have it's close to about 100,000 uh, people that are either following or subscribed or something
Oh
like
wow,
that. Yes.
wow.
And
There's
then
people
we'll
watching
be
me. You mean?
I hope so. I hope so. If not now,
Oh,
they will later. We've got 6 Facebook pages that have a accumulation total of about 80,000.
all right. Wow,
Yep.
wow.
So
So
and
quite the reach out there.
yeah, and then Instagram and TikTok and all of that. So yeah, you've got a big audience that's going to love talking to you.
Nice,
Now,
nice.
yeah, what I like about your show is that you're not doing just every other type of show. Your platform is more about intense hauntings,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
demonic cases,
Right.
and your background is intense.
Yeah.
So, how old were you when you got started?
Well, when I got started in this, I was around 16, and I got a job at a store. This is not a joke. I'm serious. That was built on top of an old pioneer cemetery. I
Oh
didn't
my
believe in anything.
gosh!
I didn't believe in anything back then. And
Yeah.
people said that it was haunted, and I ended up having to be actually locked in that store from about 11 o'clock at night till 2 o'clock in the morning by myself because I'd have to finish freight. And there's some stuff that I witnessed that I just couldn't, rationally explain, and
Okay. Now
that
wait a
that
minute.
kind of started me on this. And
You
then,
were 16 years old,
mhm,
working in a business that was built on a pioneer's
mhm,
graveyard. You're
yep,
locked in literally on graveyard shift,
yeah, literally, yeah,
and shit
yeah,
went down, and you're like,
Oh wow.
"Whoa,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like for instance,
wow!"
and the store was really old, and everything made noise in there. But I remember one specific night, I mopped all the entire floor and down each aisle, and I remember going down one aisle and I heard some stuff kind of falling off the shelves like right next to me. So I went down and looked down the aisle, and there were muddy footprints down the aisle, like bare footprints.
Are you
So that was
serious?
one, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that was one incident.
I remember us talking about this about 12 years ago, and I wanted you on my show, and I can't remember what happened. I think storms came through, and we didn't get
Oh,
it rescheduled. Oh my gosh,
oh,
we gotta
yeah,
get
yeah, I
on.
remember
Yeah,
that.
it's been a long
Yeah,
time, hon. It's been
been
a
a
long
long time.
It's past time for you to tell
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah, past time
experience.
for
Oh my
sure.
god. So how did you end up helping the people that own the store? And I'm sure
Well,
that kicked off something in you.
that just got me intrigued with the paranormal. And then as time went on, we developed a team, and I had a family member that was greatly impacted by something demonic, and I'm terrified them to the point that they couldn't be left. To this day, they still can't stay by themselves anywhere.
Oh wow.
So that kind of set me towards that course on dealing with diabolical or demonic phenomenon, like anything from haunting stuff. I've
I hate
I've
that happened to
what's
your
that?
family. My God, your family, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a family
Yeah.
member. Yeah.
Dang gum. It was so bad that it scarred that person for life.
Yeah, for life. Yeah.
Okay, I got to get situated. I'm getting brought into this show quick. Wow. Oh my God. So, did that person ever solve the problem?
Yeah,
It
they
was
did.
just a
They did.
matter of the scars in their, in their
They did. I
memories,
mean,
or is it okay?
well, they were so frightened about it that they were scared to even talk about it, and and when I started doing this, I kind of helped them pass that part. Now they're not nearly as afraid of like the paranormal to say, but they still have that fear of being left alone
Well,
because
I'll
of what
tell you
happened.
this. I said this a long time ago, and I keep catching myself referring to it. I'm just going to throw it out there. Once you've been touched by the supernatural, once you are on the supernatural spectrum, you're never the same. You're
Right,
Right.
never
right.
the
No, that's
same.
true.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now,
That's
Gwen
true.
is a retired paramedic, and the things that she's seen has been really
Oh,
intense
I
too.
bet. I bet.
Yeah. And I could never tell anybody, so it was very
Right.
different.
Right. And they
Yeah.
kind of, there's a stigmatism kind of with that, right?
Mhm.
Like if you're a
Yes.
paramedic, or you can't really mention, because the whole idea is there's no such thing as a paranormal, right? That's like the whole,
Yeah. When you talk
thought.
about people that deal with science and medicine,
Right.
they don't usually go into the area of spirituality.
Which I
Right.
don't understand that at all. It's like there is a science to this. I mean, for people to say that it's non-scientific, that's
That's a bunch of
that kind of
absurd.
it's a kind of doesn't make any sense, because
Exactly.
science is always evolving and we're understanding more and more, and there is something happening there. We just don't have we have some tools that can measure it, but we don't. For them to say it's not scientific,
That's right.
it is. I mean, I I think it just frightens a lot of people,
I
because it's something that outside the box that we can't control,
I do want
and then
someone to meet you, Chad, real quick. I don't want to interrupt you, but she's
yeah.
taking apart my pocketbook. So, this
Oh
is
yes.
Luna.
Mm.
This
This is
is
our
Luna.
mascot.
Oh, hey there.
Yes,
Hey,
yes,
here you go. Come
and
here. Ouch! I got one back here too.
I see
You know,
you back there.
And mine is barking. Yeah. So
So I just wanted you to know she decided, Gwen, she got this instead.
oh
And
my.
see now when
Oh,
you start, so if I make monkey motions trying to deal with
oh, I
the
see. I see.
rascal, and I have this one, but she's an angel. This one's an
Oh,
angel.
here,
That's
Ringo.
Ginger.
Here, say hi. Come here. Here, say hi, Ringo. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, Ringo.
Oh, look at the sweet
Oh,
baby.
he's not too sweet. He's Ringo. He's grumpy.
Ringo.
Ringo,
He's
hey,
a
look, look.
grumpy butt. Hey,
Ringo, Ringo,
Ringo.
look what he's doing. Ringo, look, look. Look, what are you doing? What are you doing,
Being a
Ringo?
typical little guy. Oh, look, wanting kisses now. Yeah.
Ringo.
Oh.
What are you doing, buddy? He's a complainer. He complains. Oh, you complain, huh? What are you doing?
So, oh, now you're getting kisses, Chad. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Ringo.
So this is what Gwen and I look like. What we looked like going to Wilmington, North Carolina, to the battleship North Carolina.
Oh,
See,
Yeah.
right on. There you
Linda
go.
in the middle.
You got your co-pilot there.
Oh yeah, she was helping drive. So you were saying that you're right. A lot of people that are in medicine or in science field.
Or law enforcement, or yeah, just mainstream
Yes.
science is just it's kind of a barrier that a lot of them can't get through. But I mean, how many skeptics though are there once it gets down to it?
Not as
I mean, how
much as
many people
you
are
think.
actually skeptical, or they just go, with what they think is going to be accepted?
Well, Chad, my favorite thing is when you have somebody who doesn't believe, or they kind of, oh, you're
Mhm.
crazy or whatever. And
Oh yeah,
then they take you to the side and say, oh, but I have seen this, or you need to go here and
yeah,
investigate. That
You
cracks
know what?
me up
yeah.
every
I
time.
don't believe in that, but let me tell you
Yes.
what.
That's what I'm
Yes.
talking about. Yeah, I've taken a lot of people out that were supposed non-believers, and some people though, it's almost like they can't function in everyday life and accept the fact that there's something else out there like that.
Yes.
It's strange. And
I
there's a
think it's a fear of death, Chad. What do you think? I think
what's that the
I
fear of
think
what?
people afraid of death. I
Oh,
think that's why
absolutely.
they fight it.
Right.
It's a
Fight with
fear
it.
of everything. I think it's a fear of every that big fear of the unknown. You know,
Mhm.
it's there's one guy in particular that he wanted to go out with me, and this is like the last. I used to take skeptics out, but it actually it messed with him too bad, I think. So I stopped doing it because I was like, well, you know, if I take you out, something's probably going to happen, and it's going to you're going to have to re-question everything, and if you do that, then you know, can you get up and go to work tomorrow? You know, and can you continue, you know, life like you have been if you have, you know, undeniable evidence that these things are real, you know. um some people are like that though. I mean, I think that people create their own reality that works for them, I think. And but there is that shock factor where if they have an experience that they can't block it out, you know. It's too, you know, in your face kind of deal.
Yeah.
But
That's true.
yeah. But yeah, you know, I never was one. I mean, if something's real, it's real. I really my mind doesn't work like that. I don't. If something makes me feel uncomfortable, I don't try to, you know, find ways that I can try to convince myself it doesn't exist. You know, it's just I don't know if I'm lucky or not. You know, when it comes to that.
We do have a chat room that's on Facebook. I'm trying to monitor by
Well, I'm on
YouTube
the
as
phone.
well.
I can't see. I can't really see the chat room.
Oh, that's okay. We
Unfortunately.
can. We, Gwen or myself, will pop up
That's
any
yeah.
questions.
Okay.
That's
This
what I'm trying
this
to
is
get
your
to now.
yeah. Any questions?
We always have gremlins for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Yeah, me
there's
too.
Yeah.
that looks better. I like that.
That's cute. We need one of those, Lee.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know, I think
and
everybody needs
Susie.
one. Everybody needs one of these.
Yeah. So people
Ringo
are
stop.
your Ringo's talking, huh? Got a lot to say.
Oh yeah. Oh
So,
yeah. He always does. He
do
always
you
does.
have any investigations planned? Do you have anything you're working on?
Oh, recently,
Uh-huh.
or like I mean, as of in the near future. Yeah. There's a couple that there's some ongoing cases that I'm working on. Pretty interesting. There's like I have a ton of never before aired evidence. It's great. I mean, it's pretty amazing stuff that I was telling somebody that one of you guys that
Yeah.
about that I would like to
Me.
air
Yeah.
something
We were
down
Yeah,
the road. You know?
I think that's
Yeah.
fantastic. I remember finding your page for your paranormal team
Hmm.
recently, and I saw a bunch of photos that were
Oh yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
there's so much more that hasn't been put out there that yeah. I mean the best stuff hasn't been the best stuff I've ever captured. So
Well,
there's some
that's
good
good.
stuff. There's some
I'll
good
be
stuff that we can air
I'll be
coming up.
happy to see that for sure.
Oh yeah.
Pretty
I think
interesting stuff.
a lot of people like the evidence because it's I feel like everybody wants the most interesting evidence, the most unrefutable.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
I like I think I like, just enjoying doing the actual investigation
Oh
myself.
yeah, no,
Yeah. I think
that is
that's more.
I kind of look at it like that too. It's I've captured enough stuff through over the years that I don't go out to capture like to outdo, you know, my best stuff or anything like that. But the just by coincidence, you know, we've captured some really interesting stuff. There was one here about a month ago that we went out on and we captured something that was is crazy. Something it's an audio clip. You just gotta it's something that you just have to listen to, and it it is insane.
Oh,
This
wow.
entity is we pick it up on audio and it's speaking in ancient language, and
Oh,
it says its name or what it's titled as, you know, because demons don't really give their actual names.
right.
And yeah, it's crazy. And we looked it up, and this one phrase was Sumerian, so it was speaking ancient Sumerian. So
Oh my
the old
God.
language this thing was speaking. Yeah,
Hmm.
so I mean, interesting stuff like that. And there's over the years there've been some of these entities have a sense of humor, kind of a twisted one, and
Yeah, they
it's just
do.
there's some funny
Now
stuff
you're gonna
too.
have
But
to tell me about that one. What happened?
oh, there's been a lot of instances where there was like a sense of humor kind of, the tone set, but like a cynical sense of humor. It's like they're
Oh
they
yeah,
yeah, there's definitely different personalities when you deal with demonic spirits, and some are worse than others. And um, yeah, so what are your outlook on the whole demonic approach? I'm kind of curious.
oh okay. Well, for me, I'm in the process of studying because you know what, you can never study enough, but
No.
about different demons and different
Mhm.
cultures.
Right through
You know,
like the different cultures, yeah, and which
yeah,
is an interesting point because it's not just uh the Christian faith that can expel demons. There's all different types of all different
yes,
types of spirituality or whatever you want to call it. Because now is like something like pagan a religion, or is it considered something else?
pagan is considered a
No,
religion.
religion. Okay.
Yeah, it is considered a religion. My co-host on my show, his name is Blaine Rohan.
Right.
He's pagan.
Yes.
Right.
I'm Cherokee, and so therefore I'm
Oh, right.
indigenous. Yeah, I'm indigenous, and so my religion is also that, but it coincides with Christianity because
Right.
there were prophets within the
Right.
Cherokee spirituality that prophesied there would be a Messiah. So
Right.
therefore, Christ was the Messiah they were looking for.
Very
And
interesting, huh?
yeah, so I'm a shaman, a Christian shaman.
Right.
I don't know the way that came
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Sounded really strange, but
What's really kind of well, I don't know if it's called funny or not, but is I don't go to church, like because basically everything I like to do is immoral, sinful, or wrong. So I just decide don't be a hypocrite. No, I'm kidding. But it's
oh my
I
god,
don't go to church, and
you're so
people
bad.
get really freaked out by that. It's like I'm like, well, but I due to the things I've witnessed and seen, though, I do believe in God 100%, and do believe in the in the Christian faith, but
Yeah,
uh
yeah, absolutely.
minus the church part.
Mhm. Well, it's just the drama, and it's in
Yeah,
every.
yeah.
And
That's it.
I mean, we could be
It's
working together. We could be at church together. We could be uh, just
yeah,
neighbors. There's still going to be drama if you're dealing with
sure,
anybody. There's drama,
sure,
but it
sure.
just
Especially nowadays, it's like it
yeah.
is
But
absolutely ridiculous.
if you
Yeah.
add judgmental feelings,
Oh,
then
yeah,
it
yeah.
would be a
That's
real drama. So these
yeah,
are
yeah.
a couple of your pictures that I downloaded, and there's one in particular I want to show Gwen
Okay.
that looks very interesting. But let me show you this one first. Maybe you'll remember where that was.
Yeah, I do remember where that was. That was actually a location. It was called it's in Underwood, Washington, which is right. See, the Columbia River separates Oregon and Washington. It's right on the other side of the river from where I'm at now. And
Okay.
it's the name of the cemetery is Christ Zoeta Cemetery, and that is a very haunted cemetery. Very, very haunted. So yeah, I definitely remember
Wow.
where it was taken. Some of the most insane evidence, video and audio, and photographs have been captured there
Yeah,
today.
that's crazy looking.
Yeah,
Here's
it's insane.
another one.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's a good one. The same cemetery,
Yeah,
Oh,
we
it
were
is the
looking at that one.
same.
Oh,
same
wow.
one. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And this thing here, it's weird because in this photograph you can see multiple images, but
Yes.
it looks like a little figure wearing like a cloak, kind of like the Grim Reaper. And
Yes, I see that.
you can see this thing with your eyes running around. Like, I mean, you can see it. It'll run around and it'll do things like we were sitting there watching the edge of the cemetery one night, just seeing if we could see anything. We saw it run and go up one tree, like in the cemetery, and then over here it climbs down another tree.
Oh,
Weird
wow.
stuff like that. And I have film of that same entity that we captured it really good on IR cameras.
That's
It's
insane. Yeah, I would love to see that, Chad. You're
and
gonna
the
have to.
and the
Same
cloak looks
here.
like it's made out of spider webs. It leaves like a trail. It's all transparent and stuff. Really
It's
weird.
almost like ectoplasm. Look at that one.
Yeah, it is. That's what it's like. Yeah,
Look at that.
it's yeah, and you can see all these anomalies. You can see with your eyes too at the same time.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, here's
Yeah.
another one. This one
Yeah,
is really intense for
all
me.
all the same cemetery. No, why is that one intense for you? What do you?
This one looks like a bird. I see two wings
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
a head
I
in
see
the
the same.
middle.
Mm-hmm.
But because I have a picture of a spirit animal that is similar to this, but where this one's more smoky, this one that
Right.
I have is a little more like lights.
Well, we pick up. There's different like primal sounds that go along. Primal manifestations that go along with demons. Animal noises, of course, like the famous growls and all that. We did pick up some weird inhuman noises at that cemetery, though. They're more like more animalistic type noises. So maybe you're onto something there.
Maybe.
I saw a bunch of different things, but I don't always see
Usually,
exactly what everybody
usually
else
multiple
does.
images and something like that.
Well,
Like
let's
Yeah.
go back through them again, Gwen. What do you see on this one?
I see things different than most people, Chad. I'll explain that to you one day.
Yeah.
all right,
This one I can see something in the tree there for sure.
If you
It's
pull
like
it
Right.
back,
it's moving up.
can you pull it back fully for me? And I'll tell you what I see. How about that?
Mhm.
Because
What do you
I
see?
do see a lot of different stuff. I see like right in the middle, it's almost like it's not a caked figure. It's almost like it's I want to say like an animal type thing. Do you see right there in
Yeah.
the middle where I was talking about?
Let me
Yeah, there's
look again in the middle there. Okay.
Yeah, can you pull it out for me, like it show the whole thing again?
I can
Or
try.
maybe
Did that do it?
no, it's
I
still.
don't think that we can do that. I don't know.
Well, you had
if
it up
looks.
just a minute ago. Where it was showing the whole thing.
Hmm.
Well, when
There-
it was showing the further out
there's
view.
usually
yeah.
multiple images in those
Oh yeah.
in that vapor like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I've heard it called ectoplasm also. One time I stuck my hand into a patch of that, a cloud of that
Mhm.
stuff, same cemetery, and I had a camera. It slapped the camera out of my hand. I had like it around my wrist, like a wristband, spun around my wrist, but I had this sticky, gooey, like snot stuff on my fingers after it did.
Oh my goodness.
So
Oh wow.
go figure what the heck was that, huh? But there's over the years I've seen so many documented so many insane just activity that if some of the stuff is so bizarre that even that if I hadn't captured it, I wouldn't have believed what I was witnessing.
Yeah.
Some of it was bizarre. So
Let's look at
weird.
another one real quick. That one, it's obvious that there's one right in front of us there that's cloaked,
Right.
kind
Right,
of a
and you
thing.
see the one
But
one
I
towards
see
the
at
top is
least
closed.
three more.
Three.
I see one,
Yeah.
two, three.
I see one.
And you got
like
the classic
full
Grim
of
Reaper
black.
look. You got the hood, and then you
Mhm.
got it looks like there's a sickle or something like
Yes.
a.
Very
And then
much
above it,
so.
above the cloaked head, there's another face.
Yes.
That, yeah. And then there's the thing down below. And then if you examine the whole picture, what almost looked like to me is that if you look at it right, it's like the cloak thing's riding like a skeletalized horse. Like you see the skull
Oh
up front.
yeah.
I do
Yeah,
see
I
that.
can see that.
Yeah. And we did pick up audio that sounded like a horse tromping up to us, and then a voice said something like I'm here or something like that.
Oh my
And
gosh.
yeah, so but yeah, I mean, but you can also see the other images very, very clear. Like the figure out front, you can see it looks like it has its hand down on its hip. You can see the fingers, everything very
Oh yeah, you
detailed.
can see that.
Yes.
Yeah, and then
And
it's kind
you
of
see one over its shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
over
oh
back
yeah,
behind,
over here,
and then one above him,
right,
Yes.
and then
Mark.
one over to the side near the tree limb.
right.
But it looks further back behind the tree limb.
And and people say, "Oh, about matrixing and all this." Well, you can flip that photograph up, and I guarantee you that 9 out of 10 people see the same thing right off the
Yeah.
bat. You know,
Well,
so
Yeah.
it's not really.
and you know what you felt when you were there, and you
Oh
got
yeah,
all
oh
these
yeah,
other spirits, like
oh
that.
yeah, oh yeah,
That one almost
yeah,
looks like a goat's head turned sideways, like a
yeah,
profile
yeah. You know, and
with
you,
the
you get
horn.
you, yeah,
Ooh,
you
that
do.
could be a
Yeah,
horse's
you get
head
stuff. You get
too.
stuff like that. Yep,
Yep.
you do. I photographed. There was this haunted church, and I photographed this. Took a picture up the steeple of it, and there was like coming down. There was like a perfect ram skull. Like it looked like that. It was like fog, but
Oh my gosh.
it was really interesting. Yeah. Um.
Let's see about
But
this
yeah,
one. I just saw the orb that's there, and this was in
yeah,
the winter because I was looking at some of the others, and you can see
yeah.
there's snow on the ground.
Right. No, there is with the one
There's a little
photograph.
bit
Yeah.
of snow there. Now you can see the snow.
Right.
So
And
there's no lightning bugs in the snow.
no lightning bugs, and a lot of these orbs too. You can see them. Ringo, stop it. He heard some outside. Hey, hush, hush, hush. Um, you'll see the orbs. Do you ever get that where they'll light up for a moment and you can see them with your eyes, like
Yeah.
they'll dimly light up? Yeah.
I wanted to look at those again, but those are fascinating, man. And so the name of your team, I know that you had a team before that was Northwest Phantom Hunters.
That's the same one.
Same one. Okay, cool.
Same name. Yeah.
Well, if those of you watching are interested, go to the Northwest Phantom Hunters, and you'll be able to see multiple
Yeah. Just
photo
search
albums.
for me, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff on my Facebook, and there's also a SoundCloud out there that has a bunch of audio on
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the link is to it. If you look up, I think it's Chad. I think it's Chad Zumwalt SoundCloud. I think it'll come up.
Okay. So I'm looking at, you had a link on your page there that's the Northwest Phantom Hunters, and there was a link there for another team. And Luna's just
What's that?
taken over the show. I apologize. She's taken my pocketbook. She's taken my makeup bag. Now
Taking
she's
everything.
trying to take the headset. Yeah, she's just taking it off. Just
Taking
take it.
everything.
Just take it off. Now she's got her face right in the middle of the screen.
Can you hear me, Lee?
Here, Luna. Say hey to Gwen.
Hey, Luna. Hey, girly.
She's
Yeah, she
looking in
knows
the
me,
headset
so-
for you. Yeah, she's looking in the
Aw.
headset for you. Bless
Yeah,
your
she's-
heart, Luna.
So you were involved in a TV show recently, right?
Yes.
And it dealt with what, haunted objects? What did it was
Yes,
stuff that
haunted objects. It's called Family. No, it's not. This show's Family Spirit International.
Repossessed.
But it's Repossessed.
Repossessed,
Yes,
that's the
somebody
name.
posted something in the comments just now,
Mm-hmm.
and I was
So-
reading it. Sorry.
So did you have any interesting experiences doing filming that show? Like some of the
Oh
items
my
you did with?
gosh. Yes.
Yeah.
I've become really close friends with people that brought haunted objects on the show, and we just received a box that's on my porch.
Oh,
A whole box full of objects that are haunted.
Yes.
This person
I love,
has-
I got a collection of those too.
Yeah.
The objects are supposed to be.
Yeah,
Well,
we,
had some kind of connection, to some kind of boogeyman or something. That stuff's kind of neat to collect, but some of it, some of it kind of a little intimidating, probably, right?
Yes, absolutely. The bed was definitely one that was intimidating, and what's in the box out there on the porch is pretty intimidating too.
Oh wow!
Because, we had activity last night and the night before since I've had the box.
Since it got dropped off, yeah.
Yeah, and the man that sent it to me is accustomed to living in a haunted space and has
Oh, yeah?
plenty of haunted objects in the space. Multiple deaths occurred there, and he's more
wow.
afraid of what actually
It's in the
arrived
box
here.
right.
Yeah, he's
Well-
more scared of what's in the box out there than he is in his whole place.
Fun.
Yeah, I would love to. I can't wait to unpack all of this and do some studies. Look,
Yeah, there
she
you go.
thinks you just like to be a diva.
See, that would be like
don't
that'd be like Christmas morning, man. If somebody
Oh
dropped off.
yeah,
Oh, it was when it was opened. We were like, ooh.
yeah. And I
Ooh,
was
what do we
like,
got here?
this doesn't look creepy at all. It just needs a little
Yeah,
love.
looks to be the
Meanwhile,
same.
yeah, last
Yeah,
night it sounded like somebody was sawing off the front porch. It
really
was a lot of scampering and rumbling around, and I heard,
Remember the
interesting.
night
yeah,
before it
yeah,
freaked the cats out and they were out there fighting or something. I don't know.
So
It was crazy.
yeah,
when I started doing this, I didn't study anything ahead of time, which was on purpose, and just to
uh-huh,
go out and document things like at a raw level. Uh, there's a theory that I have that what makes an object like a spirit. Uh, well, people will represent a spirit with an object. So it's the same, like that's why idols hold so much power, is that they view the actual physical item as a representation of this spirit or that spirit. Uh, have you ever done experiments where like you viewed the item as just something benign or have nothing to do with the supernatural and seeing if there's any?
absolutely. I've
Yeah.
had some that just had some sort of energy remnants in
Hmm.
it.
Right.
Like
Right.
when you touch it, it felt like it belonged in at your grandmother's house. Or there's
Right.
another
Right.
one that was like a medical instrument, and I could tell it had been used a lot.
There was
And
a.
you know,
Oh, go ahead.
people are saying hello to you.
Yes.
Hello. How's it
Yep.
going? How's it going, Richard? Nice name.
And haunted, yes, I know. Where would you like to investigate? What's on your bucket list?
Oh boy, man, I've got quite a few that are on my bucket list. I would have to say, Lep Castle is one in Ireland. I'd like to go.
Oh yes,
I'd like to
I was
go
gonna say
there
in
and
my
spend some
area.
time.
that's the one that has an elemental that knocked
Right, right.
Dustin. What was his name? The tall guy,
Dustin Perry.
Dustin Perry. Yeah, knocked him on his butt.
Oh,
He
Yeah,
said
oh
it went
yeah,
right
yeah.
through
Yes,
him.
that's right. I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was what got me interested in that. I mean, I was interested in that castle like way long time ago
Oh
because
yeah.
of that
Oh
element,
yeah.
because of that elemental, because of that
Yep. Well,
specific haunting.
Barry Fitzgerald talked a good bit about Lep Castle and about the old elementals that were there. And there was someone that took care of the castle that after he passed, he's still there and he's
There's so
still
much
as
history,
grumpy as
though.
he was. Yeah, he's still as grumpy as he was when he lived there. It
Oh,
doesn't
well,
change.
is that the guy that used to own it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's and then of course I know who's who's the guy that was on the Irish guy that was on Ghost Hunters International?
Yeah,
Barry.
Barry Fitzgerald.
I was
Yes.
good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm good. I I haven't talked to him in quite a while, but I was
Yeah.
talking to him quite a bit there for a while, and he was telling me, yeah, man, if
He's
you
so
come over here,
sweet.
I'll get you in there. Get you in the castle. And but yeah, that's one of the locations that's on my bucket list for sure. There's so many locations over there in that part of the world that would be great, interesting to investigate because they're
I know.
ancient and
yes.
there's a lot of history there. We don't have fun stuff like that here in the States, but
No. Well, things over there are so ancient compared to here.
yeah, oh
When I
yeah,
lived in when I lived in France, everybody that knows me knows that I love old stuff, vintage, anything. My
yeah,
favorite
Yes.
era is between the 20s and the 40s. I think I was really born in the wrong era. And but anyway, I like 1800s and
yeah,
1700s, like
yeah,
medieval period.
right.
And so another person saying hi to you.
Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah. But I was in France living there, and I was just, we'd be driving along, and all of a sudden, here's a town people are living in that's older than anything in any of our
Sure,
museums. I'm like,
sure.
oh my God,
You're
look
like,
at this
wow, yeah.
crazy place.
I mean,
Nobody told me anything about this.
I live in a remote, remote for Oregon. It's a town called Wasco. It's basically a ghost town. There's a lot of history here, right by the Oregon Trail and all that. And
Oh boy, that
there's some
suits you.
Yeah.
yeah, there's some pretty cool old homesteads and stuff out here. I mean, you go hiking around out here, you can find all kinds of stuff, and we have a lot of history. But compared to that kind of history, no, there's no comparison.
I've got a couple of pictures of Lip Castle.
Oh yeah,
I'm loading them. My fingers aren't moving as fast as I would like, but I do have this 1,000-pound dog on my lap, so I'll blame it on her.
All you have to do is tell me. I'll do it for you.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just I know you can do it too, darling. It's just I don't know how to tell you what to. Okay, here's a picture of Chad that I like. We'll let it upload real quick, and I'll show that because is that the cemetery that you were just showing
That's a different haunted one. That one there is the Oddfellow, the Order of the Oddfellow Cemetery, and there's some insane evidence that we captured. There's a statue that moves there that becomes animated. And I
What?
don't believe, yeah, like I don't believe that kind of stuff unless I actually see it
Oh
with
wow.
my own two eyes. But we did
Yes.
not only see it, but we caught it on film and have that evidence of that. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
it was.
Now,
It looks like an angel statue, kind of.
yeah.
It's about that tall, and it's kind of looking down like this. And we first investigated this. Our first visit to that cemetery was by the owner's request, and my buddy's filming it through like a Sony Handycam night vision cam, and
Right.
the thing picks his head up and looks at him.
What?
And right before that, then we had somebody with us that was with him at the time. We split into two groups that was choked. We had to leave the location
Oh
because
my
they were
gosh.
assaulted so bad. But we went back. We put cameras in front of that statue, three different cameras, and it ended up moving. So yeah, and what's weird is it looks really weird. It doesn't even look like the same statue. Like it looks like it has serpent eyes. It's got slits. It gets pupils, and looks like its face is rotten away. And
Good grief.
yeah, some weird, yeah.
Oh
Quite.
my God.
Yeah,
Okay,
quite
I got
nightmarish.
it loaded now for you. Now, Gwen, this is going to make you crazy.
Oh,
Inside
there
the
we go.
castle.
Inside
Isn't
of
it
the castle.
gorgeous?
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that
It's
and that
only
castle is old. I think it's like the what 880 or something. I can't remember what.
Oh, yeah, I'll look it up for us. And
But it's
here's
been
the guy
involved
you
in.
were talking about that used to live there, that's friends with
Yep,
Barry. I
yep.
wonder
There
how
he is.
he's doing. I don't know how he's doing. I'm going to put age of Lip Castle on here and see if it'll
Well, it's
tell me.
one of the oldest standing.
Oh, geez,
Uh,
it was built in 774 in
oh wow.
Ireland.
Yeah,
Yeah, AD. Yeah,
yeah.
so
Ancient. Has seen so that castle seen so much.
wow.
Death, especially. You know.
It's in Calderberry, Ireland, and
So
it's
yeah,
6
that would be.
kilometers away from any town, so it's out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, the locals were
13th
even scared to look
century
at
to
it, I guess.
15th. Yeah, 13th to 15th century.
Mhm.
The O'Carroll clan lived there. Oh my gosh. The Annals of Four Masters record that Earl of Kildare and Gerald Fitzgerald tried unsuccessfully to seize the castle in 1513. So it's seen battle of all sorts. And
Oh yeah.
there was in 1922, it was they tried to burn it down during the Irish Civil War.
Right. Part of it was damaged, I think, during that.
Wow.
But
So much.
for the most part, it stood. And you know what's very very interesting about elementals? That it looks like a sheep, right? They were saying it looks like a sheep and stinks
Oh,
kind of like
excuse me, I'll take that down.
sulfur. And the way the spirit looks, it supposedly looks like a goat or a sheep or something, and smells of sulfur and rotten flesh. Well, that specific type of demon dwells within the ruins of pagan condemned cities. Supposedly, there's an even more ancient structure below the castle, like it was built on top of something even older.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting. I know the story goes that was it Milton Dorby or something like that is the person that summoned the elemental, supposedly. But yeah, it's just a really interesting place, and it makes me wonder, just how haunted it is, and I spent some nights in there, and
Oh, yeah, that would be a great
yeah,
place to
that would be
investigate. Any
Yeah.
others? Okay,
Oh
so
man, there's
Jennifer
a lot.
Lynch, she said SoundCloud account is Chad_Z_dead.
Thank you, thanks.
Thank you. All right.
But yeah,
Thanks,
there's
Jen.
been
Appreciate that.
Yes,
quite a
thank
few locations. Just a lot of the real ancient ones, like I think the Paris catacombs would be kind of interesting to go check out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you do like the scary places, don't you?
Yeah, well, I just my ultimate goal is to go into some of these notorious, infamous haunted places and see what's going bump in the night. Like spend some time there and
Oh yeah, me too.
document what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
What about the suicide forest in Japan?
Oh, that's one. Yeah, that's one I'd like to check out too.
I've
Yeah.
always wanted to go there. I
Right.
firmly believe that the volcanic ash and lava that covered the whole area is what
Yeah.
made the energy so negative.
Well, there's
And
there's a high there's magnetism involved, like where there's volcanic activity, right? And that there are factors like that that do it's almost like chumming water for fish. It seems like they'll gather there.
it does,
Like,
doesn't it?
yeah.
What do you? Okay, do you think the Winchester house is like as haunted as? Is it just peculiar, or is it haunted?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. What's really, again, quite asinine is I was just down the street when I went down to San Jose with my brother, and I had no idea that Winchester House was right up the street, or else I would have went and checked it out. But that's when it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if that's just, like you said, just strange architectural work, or if it's something that is based on something. I know a lot of groups and teams have been in there. I don't know what they've captured for sure. But it doesn't seem to be, but then again, you can't really judge, you can't really go by that, because hauntings have their dormant.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. And
very,
certain
very,
people,
right.
it does different things with different people.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's had a reputation for being haunted. A lot of those, and that's another theory of mine. You have these infamous places that are visited by a lot of people, and whatever's there's got to get used to people going in there. So
there's the thing. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah,
it's a peculiar color. Okay, it's a peculiar color, and the man that created the Winchester rifle.
The rifle, yep.
When he died, a psychic told his wife that as long as she had the house under construction, she would be safe from the evil spirits that were coming for her because of what he made.
Every soul that was ever taken, or every life that was ever taken by the Winchester rifle, yeah.
Oh my!
So she stayed busy. Stairs that went to nowhere, doors
and
that
she
there was
did.
no stairs on the other side.
The spirits, she had a seance room. The spirits were actually giving her guidance on how to build too, like giving her instructions on what to build, and that's why it's all, bizarre. Stuff that makes no sense, like staircases going to nothing, and doors that go nowhere.
If you don't pay attention to what you're doing, you go through a door, you might hit the ground.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Have you been there? Have you been to those?
No, but I've taken like virtual tours, and I've wondered about it a bit. But
it's got like it's got like a ton of bathrooms though. I heard it's got like 15 bathrooms or something.
That's interesting.
Yeah, kind of interesting.
It is interesting, but
And then there's some others like like these really famous locations. You would have to think that whatever's there is getting used to seeing people, so you think that the activity would perhaps go down or something, or because after a while, whatever's there would be like, just another tour group,
That's right. What I was thinking is, I've always been told that if you do construction, it'll kick it up more.
Yeah, usually, usually there's renovation or something changes about the house, especially more evil type spirits. They're territorial. They don't like you intruding their space, and they don't like you changing their space. So a lot of them will get more active and angry if that's the case. Yeah, usually if you go in and change things that we do.
If anybody hears snoring, it's my dog. She's decided she's tired of being bad. Now she's asleep in my lap. So sorry, guys. If you hear snoring, it's not me.
So,
the other one that I thought was interesting, and I don't know much about it, but I know that you've studied up a bit more on this than me. on different locations, but it is the Corvin Castle in Romania.
Yes,
Vlad the
yeah.
Impaler's
That's another
castle.
one. Okay, okay. Yeah, that sparks my memory. That's another one that I would love to go see. That's right up there with the Love
Yeah,
Castle.
there it
Yeah.
is.
Yep. Yep. That's right. There it is. Yeah. Yeah. See, that would be a good one to go. I think go spend some time into.
Yeah, I have heard that he was actually innocently putting people's head on a spike like that to show people that these people had been killed so that maybe they could be identified.
Oh, he
And
did
I call
some.
poo-poo on that one.
Yeah, he did some
I
horrendous
don't
stuff.
think it was
Well,
for that.
like when the
Yeah.
Turks went to invade him, they ran into a literal forest of people that were impaled, and impaling.
Yeah.
You know, they thought it was through the back and the people laying across it like this. No, no, no. It was much more gruesome. Don't even know if I could even say it on here. Uh, it was, and the people were alive for
It
a
went through
while after
one
this.
end and out the other.
Yeah, out their mouth. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
And there's art to it where it didn't kill them so right away. So I mean, here, yeah, Vlad the Impaler, he did horrendous things, and his father was known as the serpent or the dragon, and he was the son of the dragon, which they were very steeped into like demonic type rituals and that type of stuff. So they were they
They're
weren't
very
they were nice
proud
guys.
of their
Oh, they were very
people.
proud of their brutality. Oh yeah, yeah. But yeah, it'd be an interesting place to go check out. That's another one that's kind of on the fence. It's hard for me to believe that one's not haunted. You know, I'd probably guess it is. All I know is they're always selling it. You know, it's always up for sale,
Yeah, they
which is a
can't
sign it's
keep it.
haunted.
Yeah, you can't. Nobody can live in or to do anything with it.
No, no, and I
Yeah,
heard
that's
they tried to
obvious.
they tried to renovate it, and I guess the workers were spooked off by something, and they removed a bunch of bodies out of the dungeon. I guess that they didn't even know about here recently. So,
Imagine on the grounds if they do. You know,
oh
find
man,
out.
yeah, tilling your garden, the skull pops out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's
about
probably
20
an
of them
ordinary,
maybe.
probably
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
ordinary. Oh yeah, so, I mean that's a
So,
lot of people.
okay,
Like
this one, a lot of people. This one is Lawang, Sewu, Indonesia. Okay,
that one I
and
don't.
let
That
me
one I
tell
don't
you,
know.
all right, this one's one of my favorites. I could tell you a bit about it. It translates to 1,000 doors. And it originally it was a little more than it was just the headquarters of the Dutch East Indian Railway Company, and the New Indy style architecture. Was you can when you see the castle, it's obvious. But
Mhm.
when the Japanese occupied this area in World War II, it became their house of horrors where they tortured and executed people
Oh,
on a regular
I have
basis.
heard of that. Okay,
I've
yeah,
seen
Okay,
pictures
I
of
thought
the
that would.
place. Yeah.
yeah, I have
Okay,
heard of
here
that
it
one. Yeah,
is.
yeah, that one there. Yeah, that's another one. It'd be very interesting to go check out for sure. Yeah, I heard about that one. Like some of the worst, most brutal things were done right there. Like even that were more brutal than what the Nazis did, right?
Yeah.
The Japanese were
So,
doing to people.
oh God, yeah. There's a lot of that I'm aware of because my mom's family's from the Philippines and they were all killed there. But Blaine is watching, and he said
Yes,
that
he is.
Lady Winchester built on that house for 37 years.
Right?
That crazy. He has a bucket list too.
Does he?
So
Oh, right on.
yeah, but the reason why I like this house and would love, well, this castle, I guess you would call it, is because my husband actually has he went to Chemical Ali's fortress in Iraq, and
Oh,
he went through with a voice recorder. And he wasn't doing an investigation. He was walking through with his cell phone. He turned on his voice recorder and was documenting some things. And when he got back out and went back to where he was staying, he started hearing voices, and he stopped his friend that was a translator and was like, "What does this sound like to you? What are they saying?" And the guy flipped out and said, "Were you torturing people in there?"
wow.
And Matt was like, "No." And he said, "Well, they were begging for mercy." And
Wow.
yeah. It was pretty
Well, yeah, you'd have
intense
to.
there.
I mean, you'd have to think that there'd be gas. I mean, the Middle East has got a lot of they believe in the jinn and all that. I mean, there's got to be a lot of activity. I think people aren't as. Oh, I think over there's not as open. I think as we are talking about it, I'm like, I remember before it wasn't. You probably do too. Like, where I didn't tell anybody I was a paranormal investigator, and I wanted people to get to know me and come to their own conclusion that I was crazy before just come to that conclusion.
So the next one I want to show you, since you've been giving us some really cool ones. Here, hold on, let me load it for us. This one I went to, it's in Toronto, Canada.
Oh,
And I just really didn't know much about Canada when I went there.
right.
And when I was filming, and it was just so intriguing everywhere we went. Gosh, it was beautiful. There it is. And the food was astounding. It had a lot of history. Here it is.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Isn't
Beautiful.
it gorgeous?
Nice.
That's Casa Loma, Toronto. And there was a
I've heard of that one.
businessman. Yeah, Henry Palat. Let me take this off so everybody can see you. He had this beautiful Gothic castle. He completed it in 1914, and it had a lot of it has secret passageways and storage areas, and there's rumors of ghosts on the property, and the estate is all decked out at like during Halloween. It is so decked out that people just wait in line to get in there for Halloween because of its ghostly history
activity
or
and stuff.
So
Yeah,
I don't have any pictures of it at Halloween.
I think
my gosh,
I've heard about that one from more than one person up there. Talked about that place is haunted, and somewhere there's a castle that somebody had shipped over. You heard of that one in pieces?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, is that also in Canada or no?
I know we have one here in South Carolina. It's called the Biltmore
Okay,
House.
maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
But I'm not sure. Here's the inside of that Canadian castle we're talking about. La Casa. Ba-doop, boop.
Wow, look at that.
Now imagine that. But it's already got the yellow and adding orange and black. And you see it's got the black and the gold. So can you imagine?
Yeah. Wow.
So I would like to investigate to see,
that would be cool.
Like
That'd be cool. It would be really, really neat to go in and and give a logical, like a non-biased approach to these places and see if they're, just how they compare to other places. Because I've been to a lot of places that aren't even on the map that were crazy on it. I mean,
I know.
Insane.
Yeah, we've got a couple of places we love to go to that have got so much activity.
Yes, we do.
Have you ever been to South Carolina?
I never have. I would like to see the South. I'd like to go down south though, because there's a lot of, that's where the rich history, a lot of rich history. Yeah. Oh, I bet.
Yep. And if you come here, you would love Savannah, Georgia, Charleston.
Oh, I bet.
There's a lot of really interesting places.
Nice. Well, that's where some of the richest history is. The further east you go, the more history.
Well, we're coming up on the end of the hour. Can you believe this?
Oh wow, already?
Yeah, I know. I hate that, but I've enjoyed talking to you. I've missed you so much.
I've enjoyed talking to you too. It's been a long time. Thank you. It's been a long time.
So
but we're gonna have some fun.
You're going to be looking for guests, and you're going to be sending in videos, things like that. Gwen will prepare, as long as they're little snippets.
They are. They're little snippets. There's some crazy. I mean, amazing stuff. You'll probably have to warn your viewers. That it's got some stuff that's pretty intense on it. But as far as, I mean, just crazy. Yeah, you guys will have to view it to see. But I'll send you guys a bunch of stuff, and you guys can sort through it. And
yes, please.
So how would you like for people to reach out to you? Sorry, Gwen, I didn't mean.
No, she reads my mind. By the way, Chad, she was asking the same question I was. So yeah,
I'm sorry, babe.
You can reach out to me on my Facebook, and that's the best way to get a hold of me.
Okay.
That'll probably change in the future. I'll probably do a website dedicated to what I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can just search up Richard Chad Zumwalt on Facebook and reach out to me, and I reply right away. And go to the SoundCloud link that Jen posted if you want to see a sample of some of the stuff, some of the audio evidence. And there's lots coming up. There's a lot of cases coming up that should be pretty good.
So
We'll get
I
there.
just posted real quick on the ticker at the bottom, All
Mhm.
Access Network Television. If you would like for somebody to see, if you would like to share the link, or if you would like to share anything on there, I can make sure that happens for you. Actually, Gwen can.
Yes.
And
Okay.
you're looking for people to tell their ghost story.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you want to help,
Yeah. Yep.
unpack some of their experiences.
Exactly. Starting a week from tonight. Tonight we'll fire up the show, and
Yep.
yeah,
a week from tonight.
it'll be Mondays at 5:00 your guys' time, 2:00 my time.
Right.
And yeah,
right.
we'll have some good stuff. We'll have some good fun times coming up. I'm
There you
like I
go.
said, I'm all about kind of having a good time. What some people are. Well, there's a lot of drama and stuff in the field. That's a
Yeah.
whole different show.
Oh yeah,
On its own.
a whole different kind of show.
Yeah.
That's multiple shows.
But you gotta enjoy what you do, and you gotta kind of have kind of try to have a sense of humor about stuff, and
That's right.
yeah, all about having fun.
Well,
It
take
is.
us out, Chad. We'll call it a night. Your
All
first
right. Well,
premiere
thank you guys.
episode
Thank you
in the
so much.
book.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to join your network, and thank big shout out to everybody, and thank you for viewing tonight. And unfortunately, it's not the last time you'll see me, you guys. So yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. It's good to talk to you again.
You too.
It's been a long time. Evening.
Okay. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.